Warm up with rivalry, man. It's rivalry week, bro. This the week that it all comes down to everything you work for during the season. Throw the records out the window. Um, Big games this week, man. A lot of excitement, man. But we're gonna start off with tonight, man. Was able to watch Auburn take
Yeah,
down the championship, right? They just beat down Memphis.
yeah.
Great win, man. Guys playing great. Memphis is a 6-0 undefeated team.
Mm.
Thought it was gonna be a match, man. Were you able to check it out? I know you was able to check it out, man. What you think, bro?
Yeah, man. Really impressed with our squad right now, man. I think we have what it takes to actually go all the way this
Yeah.
year, man. I know for a minute we've been missing shooters, and I think we got some shooters on our team now. Already been battle tested through these first 6 games, man. We played Iowa State, we played
Mhm.
Houston on the road, and we just played a Memphis team, and I feel like we beat North Carolina. So in the span of 6 games, we've already won 2 top 5 teams, and we're playing top tier guys, man. Memphis is a very good team, underrated, coached by Penny Hardaway Jr. And he had his team undefeated until they ran into the Auburn Tigers, and we put a dub on them.
Man, very impressive, bro. With you just going through the schedule and the wins they got this season, obviously with Houston, um, a lot of commotion went on before even arriving in Houston. Come out, win that game, man. Win the other. I didn't know they beat North Carolina already this season. That's crazy. And shout out to Bruce Pearl, man. Got the guys rolling, consistently trying to build a program. Can they win it all? Who knows, man? They call it March Madness for a reason. But definitely be tuned in. I tell you what, though, is it Broom? What's our big guy's name?
Yes, bro.
Oh man, smooth operator, man. I'm talking about just playing the game the way it's supposed to be. And when I watch him, body size look NBA ready. But playing style, man, the game is slowed down. It seems like for him. So, man, definitely gonna be tuned in to our Tigers, bro.
But yeah, man. I think his name is Janai Broome, man. He's definitely seasoned and he's definitely developed, man.
Yeah,
He's kind of like Dalton Connect from Tennessee
that says a
last year,
lot
man.
now. Says a lot.
Kind of like him. Just being saying that he's played through college. You don't get those guys that have been coming through and play every year in college.
For
And
sure.
once he gets to the league, he's going to be ready and developed. I've actually watched him develop through the years, man. I remember it was like 2 years ago. I want to say we was playing San Diego State in the tournament, and I remember they was fouling him not a lot because he couldn't shoot free throws. And he
Mhm.
missed like 13, 14 free throws. But now just watching him last year, he got better at it. And now he's getting better. Like people don't want to follow him because he making free throws now. So I've watched his game develop. I watched him add the 3 ball to his game. So respect to him, man. Can't wait to watch him this year, man. They already got him up for player of the year. The Heisman of basketball. So he will be leading it right now, man. I think tonight he had a triple double. I know he's averaging 20 and 10 right now. And
Yeah.
he's playing lights out, man. The game has really slowed down for him.
Man, has anybody ever won that award at Auburn? Number one. Did Charles Barkley win that?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, man, that's impressive, brother. For a guy to be up for coming from Auburn, bro, our school, man. That some would say was turning into a basketball school. But
Yeah,
after this weekend, has things changed, man? You got a lot of excitement now with the recent upset with us, upset Texas A&M.
yeah.
Fans rush the field, man. The seniors feel great going into rivalry week, man. We're gonna start. What did you see, bro, in the Texas A&M game um, that impressed you, or did you see anything that gives you hope with us moving forward?
What I saw that impressed me is, man, we have playmakers all over the field, and I hate that the senior class that we have
Yeah,
had to be sacrificial lambs, man. We got a couple good players, and some guys are going to get a shot at the play at the league next year. Starting with the running back is Jarvis Hunter. We got
yeah,
the receiver and Lambert Smith, number 5. Defensively, I think Sante number 9 gets a shot. They're gonna have guys that get a shot, man. I just hate that they had to be a part of that regime that's transitioning over to a new regime with a new vision. But they're trying to lay the groundwork. They're not giving up. We played really hard this past weekend, man. Went up by a big margin.
yeah.
And really should have closed it out then. Let them sneak back in because that's just the Auburn way. But they didn't give up. We didn't let it slip away, and we found a way to win in clutch time. Didn't matter how many overtimes it took, we found a way to win, and it goes on the schedule as a W. Now, with that being said, this week right here is even bigger, even bigger. Last
It's the
week
biggest. It's
Alabama
the
lost.
biggest.
Coming off the loss, man, we're 5-6 right here. Got a chance to go into Alabama and get a dub, man, to be bowl eligible. And talk about changing the mindset and the regime or whatnot. We can go down there and actually try to get a win, actually believe we will win in Bama. We haven't done that since our freshman year. Our freshman year, man, that's almost 14 years ago. Like,
And what did that take? Let's talk about it. But what did that take for us to
yeah,
go
man.
in our freshman year and get it?
Hey, took a Heisman winner, took some hungry freshmen, and took some cursing out at halftime that
And
people
a
don't.
hell of a play by a defensive end.
And a hell of a play, hell of a play. Shout out to Antonio Carter, hot boy, we call him,
Yeah.
with the punch out, man. Never giving up, man. That's the Auburn way. You know what I'm saying? Playing to the whistle, man. If he didn't punch that out, man, we wouldn't have that jury that we were. So shout out to him.
Facts, bro. You said something then. Because the season definitely changes from that point on. Because if he don't make that tackle, they go up with 28 or 24 points at the time. Because Mark Ingram does not get tackled on that play. But bro, you said it, man. Talent. The hard part is us having to swallow losing this talent this year, bro.
Yeah.
We got some guys, man, who can play some ball. The season expectations were a lot higher. Obviously, we've been talking about it all season. So many different factors, bro. We feel like coming from the top as to why we're not where we should be. But all in all, bro, impressive was it 4 overtime?
Yeah, 4 overtimes.
4 overtimes, bro. I don't know if I've ever seen a 4 overtime game in my lifetime.
Well, I have, and it's been Texas A&M was in one. It was playing LSU.
Oh, man.
That game, man, that game was like 7 hours long. That's back when the overtimes you actually had to play them out and score a touchdown. That's why they changed the rule because of that
The
game.
2-point conversion. How many overtimes was it?
I want to say it was like 7.
That's crazy.
Like
That's
7,
crazy.
man. The game was like 6-7 hours.
That's crazy, man. 43-41, 4 overtimes. We win by a 2-point conversion. Man, Payton Thorne. A lot of people been hard on him all season. Again, I felt like we had the talent to win games. I didn't feel like it was always the quarterback, but an impressive game from him. I think he broke a record. Don't know what it is. Was it, I think it was most touchdown, maybe most passing touchdowns in the game. It was something. But all in all, man, impressive win. I hate it for Hunter, but do we have what it takes, man? And we're gonna talk about it. Do we have what it takes to go into damn near probably the toughest environment in college football? I would say Tennessee is a little bit tougher. You may say Bama is tougher than Tennessee, but tough environment, man. Everything you throw it all out the window. You got some trash talking going on. Man, it's heating up, and it's gonna heat up all week. Like we're coming into Thanksgiving, everybody in Alabama, everybody in the South, especially the ones who really tuned into that game, gonna be eating their food, talking about this game, and it's gonna heat up every day. It's gonna heat up every day. And then Saturday it's gonna, come to a head, man, where we got a chance to, like you said, go into a place that we hadn't won in since 2010 and do something special. Damn, that'll be fun, bro. And the reason why is because, bro, Alabama fans already upset. Like the fan base. Listen, I talked to my uncle, bro. Hard Alabama fan. I'm talking about it, roll tide all the way. They were supposed to have a turkey cook-off. Him and my cousin supposed to have a turkey cook-off this week. So we all in the group message, my grandmama, my aunties, and everybody. So we talking about the cook-off. He comes in, the text message says he's not participating. He don't want to come out since Alabama lost. Alabama fans are upset, man. So we have a chance to come in and really put a fork in them, as they say. Put a fork in them and really turn the state of Alabama upside down. Not only from winning that game, but recruiting, bragging rights, everything that come with it, bro. So, man.
This is a huge game. This is a huge game, man. This is a huge game. Caleb and the board, sad to say, man, they 8-3, but I mean, if he loses this game at home, is there a chance that he could get fired, bro? At being 8-4?
No way.
Like, man, you know how crazy them folks is, man. Them folks is really crazy over there. And the call for him, like, this is last year already, just 8-3. They lost on the road. Vandy might be, toss up like, man, you shouldn't have lost, but Vandy proved to be solid this year. But again, man, I want to touch on. I don't know what he really got himself into, and
you said it.
the way we recruiting down there, man. We getting guys in there, bro. We getting
Yeah.
guys, man. I don't know if I sent you that statistic, but since like maybe 2000 and maybe 18, 19, something like that, the amount of top 100 players that Auburn has got was like one in 2008. Not 2008, 2018, or like zero in 2019. And then we had two, but then both
Yeah.
transferred. And then like, okay, Hugh Freeze get here. And he was there recruiting for a month. He got one top 100 player. Then the next year he had five top 100 players. Now right now he got eight committed, eight top 100 players committed, with two that people are projecting to flip. Five-star cornerback out of Birmingham who committed
Yep.
Ohio State. They projected him to flip, and I want to say another defensive end or old lineman, man. So he is I don't know what he be doing, but he's been doing it, and that's recruiting. He's been doing it
Yeah.
since college, man, and that's a reason that he better stick around, bro. I don't know what he's telling them guys, but when they come and visit, they
Yeah.
like what Hugh Freeze is telling them. They like the
Man,
vision.
listen, man. And I don't even want to cut you off, but when you said you don't know what he's telling them, this is what I feel. Man, 10 years ago, when you talk about just these teams going through these periods of dominance, you get what I'm saying? And not saying that our 4 years we went through a period of dominance, but what Cam Newton did in 2010, a lot of these kids was able to witness, bro. And now these are the same kids that I feel like are coming out. So Auburn has that, it kind of sticks with you. So no matter what, when we was coming up, Florida Gators was the you know what I'm saying? Like Tim Tebow, Percy Harvin, all the guys on defense. Like it was a lifestyle, bro. We had to watch Florida, you had to watch Auburn, you had to watch the teams who was winning. So you wanted to be a part of it. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
even if right before you went to that school, those periods, they was kind of, iffy, whatever, that shit, it didn't matter. Now you got a chance to go and play. So I think that's the situation, bro. Like you said, you got all of these kids who witnessed Auburn at its highest that it's ever been in the history of the university. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And now they got a chance to go and like compete. And Hugh telling them something, like you said, they definitely putting some money up. I mean, that's a part of it now. That's a part of it. So I think that they're meeting that bar. You get what I'm saying? Because if it's a big difference in whatever a kid was to get paid, they probably wouldn't even go to the school. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't matching it or staying around that number, they wouldn't go to the school. So they doing some things right, bro. But guys want to be in Auburn, bro. Guys want to be in Auburn, and I feel like just want to be a part of that fan base and tradition.
yeah, man. I mean, stadium atmosphere sells itself, man. It really does. We try not to sound biased on here, man, but I mean, it really is like none other. It really is, and you have to be there to experience it.
Yeah, 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 man. All right, brother. Let's move along, man. Vanderbilt, bro. They lost a close one, man. Again, I say it. Vanderbilt will not be a team that will be disrespected. They will be respected. So we seen them upset great teams. They went into Death Valley. They lost by a touchdown. Um, again, kudos to LSU, man, for escaping, because you talk about someone getting fired. If LSU loses to Vandy in Death Valley,
Yeah,
man, that's definitely debatable for those guys to get rid of their head guy. But again, man, more so, man, it's about the Vanderbilt program, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. You get what I'm saying? I'm excited to see how they recruit. Really want to look into their recruiting class. Want to see how things pan out for them next year. Don't know if they're losing the quarterback, which is obviously the leader of their team. Um, but all in all, man, kudos LSU, man. You came out and you got a dub in the SEC. What you
yeah,
got
man.
to
I
say
think
on it?
I think Vanderbilt, recruiting goes from probably 101, probably like 75.
I mean, I feel like that's not. I mean, again, you can't put so much on recruiting, but I feel like they're gonna be able to get some guys in state. Um, I feel like they better get some 3, 4 star guys, man.
Man. Hey man, Vanderbilt has a different criteria for getting in school, so you gotta account for that. But they're
Hold
definitely
on, hold
gonna
on.
be
The
better.
criteria can't be high. I had an offer. So as long as you make your 17, 18 on the ACT, man, you got your good grade point average, man, you're gonna be fine. So they're
Oh
gonna
man,
make it, they're gonna make it work.
oh man. Say less than. Hey man, that'd be something to watch out for. See what they do in recruitment.
Yes, sir, man. Um, Man, Yale. We talked about Yale and Harvard last week, man. Yale went in and destroyed Harvard. Again, I didn't even watch the game, just saw the score at halftime. And they was putting it on them pretty good, man. Shout
Score
out to
was
Yale. A lot to a little. I think Harvard ended up coming back. Let me see. Let me check what the final score was. Final score from the Harvard Yale game was 34-29.
34-29. Yeah, yeah, one.
34-29. Let's see the box score. What's the box score? Let's see what we got here. No, it was 14-7. 14-7 at half, then they went up 10. So it was 24-7 at a time, man. Harvard put up 22 points in the fourth quarter. Like I said, they fought back. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough, man. Lost at home. And a big time rivalry for those guys, man. Ivy League rivalry. Moving
Yeah.
along, man. What you got, bro?
Oldest game in the NCAA.
So it means something, man. It means something. Bro, Kirk Cincinnati, man. We talked about it. Indiana, Ohio State. We wanted we wanted them guys to compete. I felt like Ohio State was not what they was hyped up to be. Thought Kirk Cincinnati had a chance, man. What happened? Was it the Jimmys and Joes, like you said?
Man, what happened was that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Indiana came out firing though, man. Real talk on all cylinders. And then, Jimmy and Joe action took over. It took over, man. And they got 5-star players. We got, 2 or 3 stars, maybe one, no, one, maybe 1 4-star. They got the guys
There's not a 1-star. Is there a 1-star?
yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
It is. But they got the guys that Brian Harsin wanted to bring in to Auburn and just develop. And by the time you a senior, you gonna be a good 3.5, 4-star.
Yeah.
While Georgia and Bama over here getting 5 stars right now, and they developing to be 5, 6, 7, 8-star guy. But anyway, that's what Indiana has. I'm glad Kirk Cincinnati. And his name Kirk Cincinnati?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad Kirk Cincinnati secured his bag before he got the Ohio State game. He did everything he needed to do. Ran up, and signed his extension because I don't think, they wouldn't have signed him, before that. I mean, after that game, I think they still would have signed him, but, that 10-0 and signing extension just looks better, man. And, I feel like if they played Ohio State again 10 times, they would lose. That's just what I feel, man. I know you know how Ohio State, but Ohio State has Jimmys and Joes, man. They have Jimmys and Joes, and whenever you have those, you can find a way to win.
They showed me that they are in a different league than Indiana right now. So I might not be high on them going into the playoffs, but they are in a different league than Indiana. I think Kirk Cincinnati understands that. I think Indiana football team understands that now. Great point though. The extension in his first year. Do you think that's something like that from a businessman? You strategize like your agent wanted to get that deal done before Ohio State.
Absolutely. And they probably pushed it to I'm fully guaranteed that his agent was pressing AD like, yo, we're getting calls.
Yeah.
Like, people are reaching out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, about certain things. So all this stuff is a business and people know everybody, connections, man.
Yep.
It ain't just for no reason that Florida coach came out. I mean, AD came out and it's like, yo, we go stick with our coach. It's not a reason. So he couldn't use that as leverage no more. You don't want your recruits to leave. So it's a reason for everything. Rhyming the reason I feel like that their agent definitely has to do to push that to get that done. You know what I'm saying? Because who else does an extension in the middle of the year?
Yeah.
You know
First year. Year one.
We just signed you. Now we're doing extension on, and you doing what
we paid you to do,
right?
Yeah.
Now, if he would won the conference this year, and I could see, okay, damn, maybe we should get an extension. Oh, dang, like our recruiting pretty high. Okay, let's get an extension. I know we just signed you this year. Let's get an extension. But we won 10 games. Who did they beat? Who did they beat that people thought they shouldn't have beat?
Nobody, I don't think.
They just win. They beat. I feel like they beat somebody. It wasn't Penn State.
No,
I feel like they beat somebody.
Let's go through it. I'll tell you. Michigan by 5. That was a big game. Was it? Did he sign his extension after the Michigan game?
Man,
They drilled Nebraska, which I've been high on Nebraska all season.
But they
Uh,
put Foots in Colorado. Who was
really?
it? No. I'm talking about Nebraska.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I
Yeah.
said what?
I'm like, really? I missed. How did that happen? Oh man, amazing. Nah, man, it's a different league, man. It's a different league. Like you said, you said Ohio State would win this game. Jimmy's and Joe's was just gonna be too much, and it was. It showed early on. And Ryan Day, man, shout out to him, bro. He gets a hard, bro. They give him a hard time, man.
Yeah.
But he's winning games. And he always, it seems like he always has. He's putting a good product on the field. And these fans just don't know. Good coaching is hard to come by. If he has his locker room, man, you got to let these coaches do their thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
uh, there it is, man. Let's talk about one, man. What we're gonna start it off with? What did Pops have to say about this Florida Gators upset again? I know he's high. I know he believes now. I don't know how he feels about him. If he's, if he talk, tell him, man, we want a better product on the field, or what his thought process is. But he got to be feeling good about the Gators right now, bro.
Well, to be honest with you, man, he told me that they would beat LSU and he told me that they would beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, yeah.
They fared pretty well against Ole Miss. I remember years back, like I said, when Vernon Hargraves and the boys were there, Ole Miss came in highly ranked and they beat them. So I knew it was a possibility I can beat them, and definitely with Lagway playing, I knew that they could win. LSU kind of took me by surprise, man. I don't know what really happened with that program this year, but I felt like they could come in and get a win if either one of those, because I felt like Lane Kiffin would find a way to blow it. Even though I picked them last week, just to pick against my pops, I really at heart believe that Florida will win the game. And exactly what they did. Ole Miss had a chance at the end of the game to tie it up, man, and they just shot themselves in the foot over and over and over. I think the quarterback threw like 3 picks on those last 2 drives. They tried to call back 2, and he's
Mm-hmm. Through another one.
so I'm not surprised, man. That's something that Ole Miss does. You never, you could see them go 8-9-0, but do you really think they go win the SEC? And you never think that they'll win and they'll do something to jeopardize their chances. And they did it. It's like they don't want to get in the big moment because they might get exposed. So let's do something before we get there to mess it up. That's how I be feeling about them. But yeah, man. Florida handled business. Did what they're supposed to do. Bowl eligible. Now they get to finish up with a in-state rival, Florida State. They on the road. Florida State play Saturday. Florida State's not doing well this year. So they can't come out and win 7 games, and they had the toughest schedule this year. You have to give them a round of applause and the coach for holding that ship together. And
Yep.
still feeding those young men, man. So congrats to him.
Yeah, bro. You said it holding the ship together, bro. After the Miami recruits players was coming over there. Hey, y'all come down to the bottom of Florida. Man, I'm happy for Napier, bro. I was a fan of him before he even came over from Louisiana Tech, Monroe, whichever school he came from. But bro, what I think about Florida, bro, I think about what if DJ had a chance to start the season as the starting quarterback. Because he didn't start, right? They were going through like a 2 quarterback system, like a lot of these coaches do. Um, I wonder if the season would have been different. I wonder if the season would have been different. Again, I know he got hurt, so you really can't. You got to take into account injuries in general. If he would have been playing the whole season, he could have got hurt earlier in the season. Who knows?
Right.
But just thinking about like him now as a freshman, beating Ole Miss, which was a top 10 team this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big win. I feel like Ole Miss is one of the best teams in the country. As far as top 12, I felt like they was a playoff team. But again, Florida came out, did what they were supposed to do, man. Defense, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of playing in the swamp. Never had a chance to play in the swamp, never had a chance to attend a game. But the swamp is the swamp, bro. And it seems like the past 2 games with LSU and with Ole Miss, you see guys flying around, man. Look good, look fun, guys having fun. And it's exciting to see when Florida is playing good football, bro. You want Florida to play good football in the SEC. You want Florida to play good football.
Sound like my dad, man.
You want Florida to play good football, man. That's a staple in the SEC, man. They got to play good football.
Oh man.
They got to.
I'm glad he ain't on this call, man.
Hey man, Pops know he know. Hey,
Uh,
and then like you said, they got a rival coming up this week. It's rivalry week playing against Florida State. Should get this dub, man. 7 wins for the coach, going into a bowl game, possible 8-win season. Man, they doing the right job keeping the guy. I know after the AD came out and said he was going to keep him, they lost the next week, right? Who did they lose to?
man, us,
But
me and you.
but people was already saying, hey, why did the AD come out, man? I think he made the right decision, man. I'm excited to see Florida, bro, and see what they do in the future, man. Ole Miss, I'm with you. Who knows what you're gonna get with Ole Miss? Starting at the top. Too much. I feel like too much joking around going on. Guys might not be focused. And they dropping the ball, man. Dropping the ball. Similar to this team, Colorado. Did they drop the ball, bro? The dream season is out the window, man. We both was rooting for them, wanted them to make it to the playoffs. Definitely felt like they had the talent, the coaching staff, and everything that it took. But man, started out slow. Started out slow. Similar to the Miami group you was talking about earlier in the year. But this time they weren't able to they weren't able to catch up. So, man, what do you think, man? I know you still got a Heisman hopeful. He was recently, would we say, robbed out of the Thorpe contention because he's not in the Thorpe conversation. Probably the top 2 quarterback over there. Nice defense, man. What do we think about this Colorado bunch, man? And what happened this past Saturday? Where do they go from here?
Well, man, you hit it right on the head. I mean, that one hurt. That hurt. I think the opportunity slid away, man. It's gonna
Yep.
take a lot in this 1 week, for things to go happen for
Yep.
them to get back in because this past, not this week that just passed where they played, but the week before then, everything that they needed to happen happened. Like BYU loses, Iowa State loses, like all these teams were losing. It was setting up and it was moving them right up, man. And for them to just not go in and be like ultra focused, man, it's just a slap in the mouth to the people who rooting for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know once you move up the food chain that the target is on your back. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
for them to continue to start slow, like they've been starting slow every game. If you put up their stats, man, they have the worst first quarter of the game. Their best quarter is their third quarter coming out for adjustments. But just to not be, laser focused, like, yo, we got 2 weeks to hold this down. Like lock in and everything we want is in front of us. Everything we want, it's on us. We don't gotta rely on nobody else. It's
Yeah.
all on us. It's what we do. And
Yeah.
it hurt, man. It hurt
Yeah.
because Kansas came in there and straight dominated them, punched them in the mouth, man. Punched them in the mouth. A good man tell me to win a championship, you can run the football and you play defense. You ain't got to throw one pass.
Mm.
Football, play defense, man. Kansas had 41 minutes on offense. You want to play
Good.
defense? Keep their
Control the ball.
field.
Yeah.
41 minutes to 19 minutes they had the ball. They simply could not get off the field, bro. Whether they was in the right position to miss tackles, whether they was just getting blown off the ball, it was really ridiculous, man. Their running back had a career high. He had like 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I'm like, God, who is this dude? Never heard of him. Crazy out here, man. It was painful to watch because you was always waiting for like, okay, they score and they get it down to like 7-10. It's like, okay, they finna turn it on. And then
Yeah.
they'll bust it out and they'll take off another 6-7 minutes on the clock. Then they'll scope. Whether field goal or touchdown, and you be like, dang, okay, they down 16. Okay, we ain't out the game. Okay, we can still score 2 touchdowns and get 2 extra points. And then they give some more. It's like, man,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna get it. It was hurt to watch. So, but it's interesting to see, like Coach Prime said, where do we go now? And to see, man, he took the words out of my mouth because I'm like, man, are they gonna continue to play or what? What do
I
we go
mean,
do?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When you listen, when you are one of those teams where you're trying to get in the playoffs, man, the season over. I mean, yeah, like for pride for each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna compete for you because we gonna go out and we gonna play together. That's what it's more about. So you will see, man, how tight that group is, or is it just individuals? You get what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to have a group that's really gelled in and believe that number one, the guys around us gonna come out and compete. Number two, that our head coach is gonna be here next year. Like it's a lot going into these kids' mind. Transfer port, man. It's so many thoughts, bro. That I feel like these kids thinking through now. I don't know. But again, as far as what's important, bro, it's over. It's out the window. Everything you wanted, man, when it comes to national titles, playoff hopes, it's over, man. It's hard to bounce back from. You mentioned it though, Neil, 207 yards, 37 carries, bro. 37 carries. I told you about the quarterback that I like from Kansas last week when we was talking about him. I had watched this group a few times this year, bro, and the quarterback was always a competitor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just compete. Um, Man, they did their job. What he had? He only had one throwing touchdown. Um, he did have a nice day on the ground, but man, all in all, like you said, man, they punched Colorado in the mouth. They played tougher. They was the tougher group. They was the tougher group in that game. And most of the time, bro, in football, the toughest team wins. So, man, shout out to Kansas, bro. Shout out to Kansas. They are bowl eligible, right?
You got to win one more.
Got to win one more. Man, they fighting. Do they play Kansas? I think they already played Kansas State. I wonder who their rivalry is. Because they don't want to play Kansas State last because Kansas State is a nice group. But hopefully they can get a sixth win of the season and find a way to get into got Baylor. I think they can win that game, man. I'm rooting for Kansas, man. I hope they can go in and beat Baylor and get bowl eligible. All right, man. We talked about Alabama, man, on how the dynasty I feel like is dead. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I feel like Bama's dynasty is definitely over. They will never be, or I don't want to say never, but they won't be what they used to be with Saban was there for a long
They'll never
time.
be it. I said they'll never be.
They'll never be it.
It's not, man. That's the greatest of all time coach,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, facts. Exactly. They will never be what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it
I
is.
had to swallow that pill, man. When I used to could get on the football field, and, you know what I'm saying, move around. Now it's hard for me to really get out of bed. So you, so you know what I'm saying. When you have to come into a realization of who you are and that, hey, man, things are just different, man. It's a different time in Tuscaloosa. A different time in Tuscaloosa, man. But
We finna show them that it is.
we finna, yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna come in and take over. But what did you think about them going to Oklahoma, man?
Man. Totally surprised. Totally surprised.
Man,
I didn't expect that. They didn't score an offensive touchdown.
goodness.
Milroe, man, I've been telling you, I'm not sold on Milroe. He's not developing how he should be developing.
Mm.
I don't know if that's because of his new coaching staff or what, but he's just not developing. He's gonna end up being a running back in the NFL if he makes it in the NFL.
He do got the body frame of a Kenneth Walker.
It's not all on him. I did see a couple receivers dropping the ball, but I feel like if two ain't open, man, he don't really know where to go with it. And two is just a freshman. They want to say the 17-year-old, but it feels like he's hit a wall. We haven't heard much from him lately. A lot on his shoulders, a lot on his plate as a 17-year-old. I was surprised. Oklahoma, they played for pride. Shout out to Brett Venables, excellent coach, excellent defensive coach. I'm sure he took pride in wanting to stop by any means stop Milroe. You will not run all over us like you did LSU, and I'm sure he took pride in that. And the offense came to play. And on defense, man, when your offense could see that board and move that ball, it just amp you up. Because now you can play with your hair loose. And I think that's what they did. Very surprised in the score. Being that Oklahoma was 5-5, but Oklahoma, they're a very reputable program for football. I think the last time Oklahoma Alabama played, Oklahoma beat them in the Sugar Bowl. So it's not anything surprising that Oklahoma can beat them. It's just the way they beat them and the score.
Yeah. And I mean, Oklahoma don't have their guys, right?
Yeah.
Is it still the same with the receiving core? I mean, they were down, I know weeks back, they were down 5 receivers. It's no way all 5 back now. So down some guys, man. Quarterback issues early on in the season, bro. Like you said, I was definitely shocked. I forget who was playing at the same time. Were we on at the same time as Bama? I think so.
Bama played at night. We played at night. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I remember just going and looking at the score, and I was like, "Damn, they down 14-3." Man. So definitely shocked, man. Kudos to
Yeah.
Oklahoma, bro. Big wins. Wins like that change your program because why? Recruiting. You got to bring guys in. Everybody knows now this next class, hey man, Oklahoma upset Bama. That's a great recruiting tool, tactic, something to talk about. Like, look, we trying to compete. Like you just talked about with the head guy. Um, having that reputation, is a well-known coach. So Oklahoma, man, that was a huge deal for them to come out and get that win, bro. Something we definitely that was the upset of the weekend, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, upset of the weekend.
I mean, us. Yeah. Okay. You can say that. You can say that. I would say it. They would say ours, but you can say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say that Oklahoma upset was because we were actually favored in the game according to Vegas 2 points.
Mm. Well, I told you we do well against Texas A&M. That's why I picked them last week. We do well against them.
Man, man, that was a crazy game in Oklahoma, man. All right, brother, let's get into it, man. Rivalry week, bro. Predictions with Ryan, bro. Got to talk about it, man. We're gonna go through these games and see what we think, man. Coming off of Thanksgiving week. This is the best week of college football throughout the season, man. As a player, talk about as a player what this week means when the season's going well. What's the thought process of these Auburn guys? The Auburn guys right now coming into Bama week off of the win. How does it feel this week?
Man, it feel good, man. For you fellas and gals who don't know, this is the week that is most like the NFL. It's the closest you go get to the NFL. We don't have classes. We're up at the facility early. We're there all day. We're practicing 2 times a day. We got people calling in, former players calling in, telling us how important this game is, getting us rowdy. And it's all football. It's all football. It's football and family. You get to eat with the coaches and stuff on Thanksgiving or your family come in town, but every day is football. And then when you finally get to Saturday, you get to release it. You get to release it. It's the best week, man. It's the best week. I know my first year, it was hard, man. I was like, man, we doing too much football. We doing too much, cause it was too much football. We was up there all day. We watching me, we practicing, walk through. It was too much, but it was just in preparation of how big this game was. I didn't understand how big the game was. To be honest, when I was a recruit, I didn't get to come to the game. I was scheduled to come to the game, but I didn't get to come to the game because we had a playoff game. And this is back when the game was played on Friday.
Oh yes. I remember. Yeah.
Played on Friday. Hold on. Was it Friday? It might have been Thursday. I can't remember.
No, it was Friday. That's the game they played at home. The senior
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to make it down. So when I got into the game, actually, I'm going through, the week like it's normal, not normal, but actually getting into the stadium and pulling up to the stadium, seeing how they treated us. You know how it was, Cam. Getting off, going into and seeing how rowdy it was. I had never been to Bama before. Like, I had never been to Alabama.
Tuscaloosa?
I had never been to Tuscaloosa
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Never wanted to, never had an urge to, nothing.
Yeah.
But that was my first time, and to see how they acted, and it was just crazy, man. Getting our behinds whooped and then just turning around. It was something special. It was something special. And my family who traveled up there has, stories and memories for days about that situation, bro. But when I got in that game, being from Florida, our game is Florida State. I thought that was the biggest rivalry. When I got in this rivalry, it was totally
different.
It was totally
Yeah. It's different. It's different, man. I've never experienced the Florida State, but bro, growing up in Alabama, bro, this is what we live. When obviously growing up an Auburn fan, my whole family Auburn fans, but bro, when I was 8, 9 years old, bro, especially with Tuberville and Bama going back and forth, bro, I remember at my house, man, they would be fighting. Literally, I'm talking about like grown folks fighting over the game in my living room. Got to a fight, bro. I'm 8 years old, bro. They face to face, bro. Look, they face to face. I want to say they was like arguing over a first down, bro. They got the fight. I'm talking about this my stepdaddy now. So man, like what this rivalry mean, it, you know what I'm saying, to come up in it and see it, you know, obviously I never went to a game like the Iron Bowl game, but we was watching Auburn all the time, Alabama all the time, and it was always intense. When you come out the door in the neighborhood, everybody talking about it all day. Just that's all it is. So, man, for us to go, I'm with you that to experience it though, to experience the bus ride coming into Tuscaloosa as an 18-year-old kid, bro. I'm getting chills now because nothing compares. You get what I'm saying? And me, the hatred I got back then, I was like, especially when it comes to football, you got to be a little crazy. So I wouldn't say that we the same personalities outside of football that we are when we got the helmet on. You know what I'm saying? You a whole different mother, like me.
Yo, man, definitely different.
Hey, look.
Hey, bro, what's up? Hey, hey, if y'all don't know,
Listen.
man, Ryan Tufo Smith is a totally different person when he got that Auburn helmet on.
Listen.
Totally different.
Well, I'm crying right now, but I'm weak. Listen. So to go and witness this, bro, like you said, and then it magnified it, bro. Cam's situation magnified it. It had to, like, just naturally. You get what I'm saying? So, man, it was an experience. But for the guys that's going through it this week, bro, they feeling like you finna go to war. You get what I'm saying? You got that feeling now, like you finna go to war the whole week. Like you said, it's the only week where it's more like professional. You doing it all day, like film, because of how important this game is. Number one, but because you don't have classes, like you mentioned. So, man, all in all, bro, the guys are locked in. They locked in, man, in this building. Like you said, I forgot what coach it was. He'd be like, I don't need you here right now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here all throughout the week. But by the time Saturday comes, bro, motherfucker, you're going to be through the roof. I'm talking about you ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to seek, kill, and destroy anything that you can. So, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch this game. And now coming off of what we just did, man, I got hope. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, in this upcoming game, I'll kick it off. And I know where you going with it. We riding with the Tigers. We got to.
Yeah.
Riding with Auburn, man. We got what it takes. We've been saying this all season. We have the guys, man, to win these games. Can we come in, give our running back the ball, and punch these guys in the mouth? Because this is honestly one of the few seasons, bro, that I feel like we can come in and literally just punch them in the mouth and run the ball down their throat. Like we did it in a very schematic way with Malzahn and with these other guys, but man, we can come in and beat these guys, bro. Play solid defense. And I got Auburn, bro. I got Auburn. Solid defensive game. Receivers come out and play big. Big game from the receivers. Big game from Peyton Thorne. I got him throwing for over 300 again. Throwing for over 300 again for the second week straight.
What is it, man? What is it about him, man? Is it his jersey number? Like, you are really on board with him.
No, on board, bro. No. I think that he has the talent that could have won us more games than he did this season. I think he has it between the ears. Listen, look at me. Between the ears that could have won us games this season. I feel like he was put in bad situations.
He's the quarterback. He could change that. He's not a freshman.
What do you mean? What do you mean by he can change it?
If he feels like something's not working, he could change that. It wasn't like guys was just sitting by him that was top guys and he could get pulled. No, if I don't feel like that's working, I could change it. And if it go well, they're gonna be like, okay. I'm sure he had that leeway. But what it looked like is he was being told to do something. This is why I threw it. Like, bro, he wasn't open. Why'd you throw that? Someone was like, oh, well, they told me to throw it that way. So I threw it. Like, no, bro. Coaching only goes so far, bro. You gotta have Jimmys and Joes, bro. You gotta.
Okay. I agree. But one situation, the RPO situation against Oklahoma, right? Why was an RPO called in that situation?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think again, just but no, I'm saying. So when we talk about like just knowing down the distance, time on the clock, situational football. If I remember correctly, from a time standpoint, we should have been running the football, running the clock out. There should have been in no way that an RPO was in the play call or in an audible as a second option or a third option, in my opinion. So the point I'm making is, why was that even called? I don't think he has like the autonomy to change play calls. I don't think he can audible in that system. He's checking, he's looking at the sideline, and he's calling what the coaches want him to run.
Okay, listen. Football is a chess match. All right. And a certain level it gets to a chess match, and you're trying to outthink. You're trying to be one step ahead of the next person. Now, if he called an RPO, I'm giving you an option of two plays. It's not directly run this. What if they sold out, engaged 8 blitz, and we call it RPO, and the dude wide open? I'm giving you that option. I'm relying on you to make the right decision.
Yeah.
If it ain't, just give it to him.
Yeah.
Just give it. RPO is not guaranteed to throw the football. Options. It's like a run pass option. You need a 2-point version, or they want to get them on the edge. If it's not open, you can run it. It's just giving you two options.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say just run the football and then, hey, man, they low in the box. Everybody in there. Still want me to run it? I'm giving you that option. Bam, fake it. If you wide open, give it to him. If you don't feel good about it, just give it. I'm giving you that option.
Yeah. I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right, brother. I'm with you. Peyton Thorne, I believe in him. I think he can win us the games in the SEC. Not saying I'm high. I'm not saying he's the top guy in the country at Auburn in the SEC. I think that he could have won us more games, and I think that he can win us the biggest game of them all, which is in the Iron Bowl Saturday. And he's gonna throw for 300 because he has that weapons on the outside.
He has weapons. They've shown that they've been fiending for it. Honestly, they've been feeding for it. We just can't get him the ball. And I don't know why we can't give him the ball, because all he want to do is throw the ball, because we ain't been giving it to 27. So who's getting the ball? He doing all the running.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, come on, man. I don't
get it. I don't get it, bro.
We have what it takes. We have what it takes to go in and win this football game. And we have what it takes to win this football game by not just by a hair. We can go in here and win by 7, 10, 14 points. You know what I'm saying? They're very beatable at home. Like, we got what it takes. We match up well. Let's go in. Let's line up 11 on the field, and let's see who the toughest.
Yep, I agree.
Top, bro. I think we should come out on top.
I'm with you, man. That is, baby. War Eagle, man. All right, let's move on. Egg Bowl. Do we need to talk about it? Mississippi State gonna be Mississippi State, Ole Miss, man. I'm taking Ole Miss bounce back game. I think Mississippi State is just in a horrible space when we talk about Jimmys and Joes, man. So give me Ole Miss in this game. 14, maybe a little closer than we think, but I give them 14 points.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do respect off the strength of the rivalry. I'm having
yes, sir.
10 to 14 game 2 and roll on Ole Miss.
All right, there it is, baby. Man, let's talk about it. Florida State, man. We touched on it earlier. Florida, I'm a fan of them. Don't know where you stand. I know Pop's riding with Florida. I'm with them. I'm riding with the Gators, man. Let's roll over Florida State. Let's let Florida State understand that they are probably the worst team in the state right now. When you talk about, the top programs, it's just them and FAMU. They compete. Florida State and FAMU competing against each other right now as far as who's better. Didn't Florida State play FAMU?
No.
They didn't?
I didn't want to do that.
I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, man, but I'm taking Florida, brother, man. What you got?
Yeah, man, I'm taking Florida in a close one in the experts thing. Taking Florida win, but, FSU would do nothing but love to keep them. Well, they already got a bowl, but mess up their season, put another L in there. That solidify their season. In the bad season that they have, they can go into the off season with some good stuff. So, will they win? No, I got Florida winning, but they're gonna play hard. It's not gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, I agree. I think 10 points, maybe closer.
We can go with 10 at the most. I'm thinking
10 at the most. Yeah. All right. I like it, man. South Carolina. You got South Carolina headed to Clemson. This is gonna be a fun one. I want South Carolina to come in and show these guys what SEC football look like. I'm taking South Carolina to win this game. I think they're a tougher team. I think they're better Jimmys and Joes, man. Like that the quarterback's progressing. If we want to talk about quarterback matchup, I probably would take Clemson's quarterback right now. But I think that South Carolina just tougher, man. They got guys defensively, running backs. I like the head guy. I've talked about a tight end all season, man. They got some guys who can play ball. So I'm taking Gamecocks, man. South Carolina for the dub.
Yeah. Rolling with South Carolina as well, man. Like how they match up. Beamer has been doing very well against Clemson. I want to say they won last year against Clemson. So yeah, I'm rolling with South Carolina.
I like it, man. All right, Oklahoma at LSU. Oklahoma coming off the biggest win of their season, riding high. This could be a frustrating situation if LSU was to somehow lose this game at home, man. I think they're trying to create a rivalry here with Oklahoma and LSU. I don't know the last time they played. It's an unorthodox rivalry week matchup, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, who you got? I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Travis for LSU. I'm going Oklahoma.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, I'm gonna go LSU. I'm gonna go LSU, man. I'm not high on them, but somehow, man, they got to win this ball game. They got to win this ball game. I think they'll do enough. Um, they'll do enough. They'll do enough to win, man. So we're taking LSU at home to beat them boys, man. Texas headed to Aggie Land, man. A lot of swaying going on. We done played the.
Mm.
It was a fun game, fun environment. Um, 12th man gonna be in very very high attendance and loud and active for this matchup right here, man. They say this is the highest priced college football ticketed game this season
Mm.
and this weekend. Tickets are averaging, I think, over $1,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so Texas oil money, man. People want to see this ball game, man. Um, who you got in this matchup?
Man, it's gonna be a good one, man. This gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be another tough game for Texas. Texas. I think Texas A&M is gonna come out and play well at home, and I think that crowd will get behind them. And guess what? I'm gonna take them to win the football game. Taking Texas A&M to win the football game. Texas gets another loss. It's gonna be a tough one, but I feel for some reason I just feel like Texas A&M just go put things together. They coming off a loss on the road. Um, hope the students. I hope the students show up. They should be there. I know it's at Thanksgiving break or whatnot, but the students should be there. I think they go show up, and I think they go woo their guys to a win. I'm taking Texas A&M.
Man, listen, it's no thinking if the students gonna show up. A lot of these students that go to Texas A&M, they from Texas. Nobody's just one. I don't know, outside of sports, it's not the spot to be. So a lot of the students that go there, they're from the state of Texas. They love Texas A&M. Family went there and everything else. So they're gonna be in high attendance for this matchup. Texas A&M don't play Texas every season, right? Or I'm tripping.
No, they used to. They
They used to.
stopped
It's
playing.
back. It's back. The time is back now. And these guys is fixing to clash on Saturday. I'm with you. I'm taking Texas A&M.
You gonna be loud.
I'm taking Texas A&M to beat Texas, man. It's gonna be another fun one. What time do they play?
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Seventh night game, ABC, SEC Network, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful. What's they in Texas
They
A&M?
playing after us.
Oh man,
We got that 2:30, 3:30. They playing
fly.
after us.
That's gonna be a fun one, man. Texas A&M gonna be in that maroon. Uh,
All maroon.
say what?
It'll be in all maroon.
Yeah, they're gonna be in all maroon this week, man. Um, and I feel like they're gonna come out ready to play some ball, man. But I tell you what, though, that's a rough one to come back from. 4 overtime loss.
Yeah, it is.
That's a tough one to come back from, man. Um, just you drained after that one. And Texas A&M was in a spot where they was
Two
going.
losses, right?
Yes, now
They
they
gonna be
got.
amped up. They gonna be amped up. They gonna be amped up. It's kind of like how we listen, Alabama our senior year. We had one loss, they had zero loss. So if they beat them, then they go to the championship and play Georgia. Same situation.
Oh, so the SEC title on the line, SEC trip on the line.
You see trip on the line.
Oh man,
Georgia
oh
the only
man,
one secured.
yeah. All right, yeah, definitely gonna be tuned in there, bro. Oklahoma State, man. Oklahoma State got to go to Colorado. We just talked about it. How will Colorado bunch bounce back? Oklahoma State is a team for me, bro. I've been watching them closely all season, and they let me down every week. It seemed like, bro. I felt like they could have been much better, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I took Arkansas to beat Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas looked good in that game. Oklahoma State came back and beat them. So after that, I was high on Oklahoma State for the rest of the season, and they just fell off. After the Arkansas win, they fell off, man. Um,
Ollie Gordon. Has anybody found him? Anybody heard from Ollie Gordon?
he's around. He's around because I'm watching the game. He's around. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man, about that. And again, I still think he's one of the best backs in the country. If you watch him play, man, how he, talent wise, body frame. I'm talking about. He looked like he 220, 225, 6'2". But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Oklahoma State, bro. And that's the reason I'm taking Colorado. Definitely got the Jimmys and Joes. And hopefully Coach Prime find a way to, man, encourage his bunch. I think personally, man, those guys got a lot of pride just to play for themselves. You know what I'm saying? The name on their back, and for the head guy. So I'm taking Colorado in that game, bro. What you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Colorado and I'm taking big. I think the message that they preach this week is we go come out and we go try to dominate, and we go see we go try to persuade some voters.
Mm.
Man, we took a bad L's on the road though. But let's come out and let's put together our best game and leave it in their hands, man. Maybe some things fall our way. Maybe some people lose. Some people go start knocking each other out. Maybe we could dominate this game so bad and put up so many points that we can slide in there because again, we have the top 2 quarterback. We have a Heisman contender. People want to see us play. Let's leave it. Let's put it in their hands, man. It's been people that's been upset at predictions the whole time. Let's see if we can get another one slide in.
Colorado has 2 losses, right? Or 3?
2.
They're a 2-loss team.
Hold up. No, they got 3.
And
Kansas, Nebraska.
Oh man,
Kansas, Nebraska, Kansas State.
Kansas State. That's they can't get in, bro. It's over. Because the 3-loss Colorado team should never get in front of a 3-loss SEC team.
I will put them in over Ole Miss.
That's a good one. I think they'll beat Ole Miss.
I want to see Shador and them play over. They're gonna have more eyes on that than Ole Miss.
See, I want the committee to put people in based on who do they feel like the better team is. I feel like Colorado is the better team over Ole Miss, which is why they would get in. That's hard to say, man, because Ole Miss, like the losses they took this season, bro, wasn't that? I mean, Florida, you playing in the swamp. You got to respect that. You playing in the swamp. Who did they lose to earlier? Kentucky. SEC game. It's just to me, it holds more weight than a Kansas or Kansas State. But I don't know, man. It's hard because Kansas and Kansas State will beat both of those teams, I feel like. Kansas and Kansas State will beat Kentucky, and I think they will beat Florida. So Colorado, I mean, what you don't think so?
I don't know. I have to see that. That Florida one have to be played out.
Yeah.
It had to be played out.
Man, Kansas State got a quarterback, bro, who can play some ball.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So I think Kansas and Kansas State some solid teams, man. So hey, we'll see how it play out. Maybe Colorado can get back in the conversation. Some crazy things will have to happen, like a Texas loss, getting beat by Texas A&M, just to shake things up. A Georgia Tech beating Georgia would be insane, right?
Beyond.
Let's talk about it. Georgia Tech, man, headed to Athens. Headed to Athens, bro. What you got, man?
Hey, man. Georgia Tech is a solid team, man. They're a good solid team, but they ain't gonna have what it takes with Georgia. And I feel like Georgia could be God as well. I don't feel like there's a dominant team. I don't feel like it's a dominant team. So, let's play it out. Let's see what time they play. They probably play at 11 a.m.
Yeah, they gotta have the 11 a.m. slot, man. No, they're actually night games, 7:30 in Athens, bro.
Real Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh,
ESP, ESPN.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna get no views. They don't get no views, but alumni.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to check that Texas A&M game out.
Yeah, nobody.
But it's gonna be a good game. Georgia Tech seems to give Georgia problems sometimes, and they'll finally decide to take off. But it's starting out, it's definitely gonna be a big game. So if they can keep it close, we'll see.
Man, with the conversation that we just had, I want to see some things get shaken up a little bit more. I just do. I want to see. I want to put it in the committee hands. I know Kirby Smart don't want to. This does not have any impact on the SEC title game. It's Georgia. No, Texas is in. Georgia's not going to the SEC.
Georgia secured. Georgia secured.
They're secured.
Texas hasn't secured.
Okay, so Georgia's secured in the title game. So this game
it's crazy because they got 2 losses.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I could see a Georgia Tech sneaking up on these boys, which would be a crazy win because of just Georgia Tech and the history. But man, Georgia Tech is like you mentioned. Georgia's not like above. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these teams. There's not like one team who's overpowering. Georgia Tech's playing better, bro. They playing better. I think defensively they got some guys in the secondary. I've watched them a few times this year. I feel like they can compete. And I'm not high on the Georgia quarterback. So, man, my credibility has went insanely downhill this season with my predictions. So I'm gonna stick with it, man. I'm gonna go with another crazy prediction. I got
Might as
Georgia.
well,
Might as well, Craig.
push them
I
all
got
to the center, nigga.
I
Don't
got
stop them.
I got Georgia Tech upset.
Mm.
Um, between the hedges, bro. I got
Mm.
Georgia Tech with an upset between the hedges to shake up this college football. The season's not over, man. I feel like it's some more craziness got to go on.
If Haynes King is playing for Georgia Tech, the quarterback, if he's playing and he's healthy, I'm going to Georgia Tech.
Ooh.
Not coming in doing package weight run. He's fully healthy. He's passing the
Mm-hmm.
football. He's running. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech in the close one. I'm a two upsets. Texas A&M, Georgia Tech.
So you got Texas A&M, Georgia Tech, your two upsets. I like it because I'm riding with both of them too.
Three upsets. Auburn.
We expect it, man. We that's not an upset. We expecting to win this weekend. I wonder what I got to see what the spread is. I don't know what Vegas is giving us. But I'm curious to see, man, because I feel like they got to put some respect on the Tigers now. After Texas A&M
11 and a half points.
7,
11 and a half points.
wow, the disrespect.
11.
Wow.
Florida State 16 and a half. That's the only big one.
Wow, I can't believe it. Well, hey, there it is, man. We got our predictions. Again, man, want everybody to definitely enjoy this weekend, rivalry week. Watch some good games, man, and stay safe.
Stay safe, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.